Well, hello there, Taurus. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your 2024 General Tarot reading. I know it's hard to believe, but 2024 is here. So we're going to take a look first at the overall energy with the Oracle cards, and then we're going to take a look at the energy of each of the four quarters of 2024. And we'll, of course, take a look at any obstacles that are on your path and advice from Spirit. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it. If you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing, I really do appreciate all of your support. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what your overall energy is. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. And Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture. So interesting because can't remember. It may have been Libra. I think it was one of the air signs, had the same two cards. So you could have, some Libra in your chart. But this is the energy of knowing that you're on the right path, okay? But, with ascending the mountain, you're on the right path, but it's like an uphill climb, okay? And it's been going on for some time. You're kind of like, am I ever going to get to the top? Am I ever going to reach my goal, right? But one of the things is that sometimes, if you've ever gone hiking, when you're going up the mountain, like if you're hiking in the mountains, you're going up a mountain, you really only can see like the path in front of you. You can only see a little bit. With the big picture, it's kind of like being able to pull yourself out from the daily routine, okay, or the things that you are working on right in front of you, the steps that are right there in front of you, and taking yourself and looking at the big picture, because you could be a little bit kind of like down in the weeds, concentrating so much on just the details of something that you're losing sight of the big picture. So sometimes when we get into that energy, we can start feeling, we can be lowering our energy or our joy in a project or a relationship, whatever is going on in your life, right? This is like, okay, well, let's take a look at the big picture. Because you probably are making more progress in a relationship or a situation, a job or a career than you realize, okay? I can't tell you how many, I love to hike in the mountains, and I can't tell you how many times all of a sudden you go around, like a bend or something, and you're at the top. And you're kind of like, where did that come from? It happened so quickly. So it's allowing yourself to kind of recognize that you are making progress, that you may be actually making more progress in something than you realize. And it's time to take a look at the big picture. Allow yourself to keep in sight the idea of what the big picture is. This is also very much Sagittarian energy, but it's also Aquarian energy, and we have Pluto moving into Aquarius on January 21st. So it's going to change of the energy that we are going through right now. Okay, this end of Pluto in Capricorn, and it's been there since 2008, has been really difficult. And then we have a Mercury retrograde right now. So we have a lot of energy that's pulling us back, but in about another month, we have a lot moving us forward. So that is a good thing. Yeah, you have some really good energy coming up. Okay, so one of the things to understand is that you may be playing it safe. You're healing from something that already has occurred, but there's this energy of perhaps needing to allow yourself to look at the big picture, right? You could be a little bit worn out, kind of drained, putting a lot of time and energy into something and not feeling like you're getting enough time and energy back from it, right? So that can feel, we can be putting a lot of energy out, but not getting a lot of energy back. It's about allowing yourself time to rest and relax, to rejuvenate yourself. Because one of the things is that if we don't have enough energy, or passion for what we're working on or a relationship, then we start playing it safe. right? Because it's like, well, I'm just going to do enough in order to get by. And I feel as if you are poised, okay, to have this become the success that you are wanting, whether it's a relationship and it goes long term, committed, or if it's a job or a career, money-wise, bringing you financial stability, even wealth. Yeah, there's something about dropping the burden of perhaps something around family, obligations. There's something that is burdening you, okay? And it could be family obligations or family, I want to say conditioning, mindset around family. There's something that you're truly wanting. So let's go take a look at what it is. All right, so let's start with the first quarter. This is January, February, and March. Yeah, we have that Capricorn energy here, okay? Now, the Capricorn energy is all about working really hard, working really diligently, but being kind of like attached, because the Devil energy is about being attached to a certain mindset or feeling tied to something in particular, okay? Family, conditioning from family, from childhood. Something is coming up, wanting to be released, wanting to be healed. A mindset. I really feel like this is more of a mindset around something because it is time for you to have fun. So interesting. Virgo had not exactly these two cards. They did have this card in this energy of feeling like, yeah, I've been putting all this time and energy into things, but I'm not getting the same amount of energy back out of it, right? I'm giving a lot at the office or in your business or your career. I'm putting a lot of time and energy in, but I'm not being compensated or I'm not being acknowledged for the work that I'm doing. I'm putting a lot of time and energy into this relationship, but I'm not getting the same amount back. And so you're feeling drained. There's this energy that it's time to go have fun. Sometimes what happens is that when we're ascending the mountain and things are kind of tough, we get kind of serious. We get kind of bogged down with it, right? This is the energy of it's time for a vacation. It's time to go have fun. It's time to understand that you have to allow yourself that time to refuel. Because when, have you ever noticed like, if you go on vacation, like you go on a week vacation to the beach or something, and you're just sitting in the sand, right? Allowing soaking up all the sun and just, people watching or reading a book or whatever it is that you want to do on the beach, right? You allow yourself to rejuvenate, but you also start thinking about the big picture of life, right? There's these moments where you're kind of getting a glimpse of what the big picture is. And I feel like you've been working so hard that you're losing sight of what the big picture is. Yeah. Look, you have the Empress, the Four Wands. There is something that you are attached. You have the Devil again. You're feeling like there has to be a certain expectation out of, I feel like this is more maybe of a relationship, a family situation. It could be a business with the Empress, right? A business that you're trying to build. Gender doesn't matter. It's the energy of building something, of allowing things to come to you that help you to celebrate, have financial stability, happy family, happy home. You're kind of like stuck with the idea that has to look a certain way. You're working really hard to try to get it. But there's something that is not in balance for you. And so it's allowing yourself to look at the big picture of life. Is this, where are you putting all your time and energy? Is this really what you really want? Or are you attached to the idea that this is what you should want? I think that that's what's coming into play for yourself. What is the big picture of life, right? Do you really, Capricorn had a little bit of this energy too. Do you want to spend all your time and energy at the office or building a business or something like that? And then turn around and realize 5-10 years later, right, that you had no time for love and joy, maybe even for your family, right? It's kind of like, is your life in balance? Or do you have that balance? We've been in that Capricorn energy where it's all about following the rules, working really hard, working on our pentacles, right? Putting all of our time and energy into our careers. Now we're moving into this Aquarian energy. It's about allowing yourself to dream again about what it is that you would like to build for yourself. A very balanced life, let me add, that you would like to build for yourself. And allowing yourself to drop the Capricornian energy and, of feeling like it has to look a certain way or come in a certain way. Sometimes if we allow ourselves to get into the Empress energy, we understand the Empress does not do a lot of work. In fact, I don't think she really does any work. She sits on her throne, right? She knows she deserves what it is that she wants. She trusts the universe, that it will come. She knows that she does not have to work so diligently, do it all herself. She has other people that help her to bring it in. Yeah, there's something here. I think you're changing your mindset in the first quarter, which is going to help you as you move forward. And I think there's some type of an epiphany around that time when Pluto moves out of Capricorn and into Aquarius on January 21st. Towards the end of January, I think you're getting like this breath of fresh air. Why am I working so diligently on this, right? Why am I keeping my nose to the grindstone? What else is there about life that I would like to experience? And, what do I have to give up to go get it? Where can I find that time and energy? And maybe building all these pentacles isn't really as important to me as I thought it was. You have the Four of Wands here twice. So you have the same thing coming in twice. This energy of feeling like you want to celebrate life. But I think your idea of what celebrating life is changing, right? You could have had a very traditional way of thinking what the Four of Wands is, happy family, happy home is. And now you're willing to see, what else could it look like? What else could this mean? Okay, so let's go to the second quarter, April, May, and June. So this is your birthday quarter. Yeah, it's time to let go. Look at this. I think you've been working really hard, moving forward, right? Being very, I'm going to get this done. Almost a little bit stubborn, okay? I'm going to get this done at all costs. The Knight of Swords is that energy of doing it at all costs. But now you're understanding, wait a minute, I have the divine that can help me with this. I don't have to do it all by myself. Or you're even changing what it is that you really and truly want for yourself. Feeling as if there is a little bit of energy of feeling as if, you have the Star. Feeling as if you're either letting someone down. It could be your parents, it could be your family, it could be the family unit you've created, letting somebody down. Look at this. You have the Ace of Cups and the King and Queen of Wands. When you allow yourself, some of you may actually be leaving a marriage or a committed relationship because you feel like you're tied to it. But the tie to this family unit is preventing you from moving in the direction that you really and truly want to go in. Now, if you're not, you're like, no, that's, I'm happy, that's not it, okay? Then I feel like you're seeing the bigger picture of the relationship that you're in and understanding, okay, we can't just work all the time, right? We have to go have some fun. This is very passionate, I'll have to say. This is kind of like, yeah, let's spice up our lives. And I think that that's what you're doing. I think you're understanding. Life is too short. I think all the earth signs are coming into that realization. Life is too short. We have got to go and enjoy. And probably because of that Pluto and Capricorn energy for the last 15 years. It's kind of like, no, we have to work really hard. And our life has to look just like this. And now you're like, it's a little bit like, I think in the Virgo reading, it kind of was like, how you feel on the last day of school, right? Right, you know, and the bell rings at the end of the day and you're out for the summer and it's kind of like, you know, I'm so excited. I have a whole summer off, no school. That's that's a little bit of this. It's time for summer vacation. Okay, so let's go to July, August, and September. Let's see what we have here. Okay, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's a little bit kind of like, I remember like when I was a kid and you had the first week of summer vacation, it was just fun. You know, me got to sleep in or you could play outside all day long. And then the second week, okay, you started getting maybe a little bit bored. You might have gotten a little bit bored, or you started thinking about that summer reading list that you had to get into, you know, and there's something, okay, your self-doubt. It's kind of like all of a sudden you get this sense of freedom, and then, you know, I've been saying this for some time. The nice thing about the Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn, is that these are the rules. That is what we have been living with, okay? It's kind of like, these are the rules. These are the rules of society. These are the rules at your job. These are the rules for your family unit. These are the rules for your marriage, right? These are the rules. And you follow the rules and life will be okay. Well, that's not necessarily true. And for a lot of us during these 15 years, right, we may have been following the rules, but then things didn't work out. And now with Pluto moving into Aquarius, there are no rules. That is like almost the opposite. We've gone from strict rules to no rules. And it is kind of hard when you have no rules, then all of a sudden you're in charge of writing your own rules. That's a little bit like having a blank sheet of paper, right? And having a writer's block. And I feel like that's what happens in the third quarter. And I've seen a lot of this where you may actually want to like get a life coach or kind of like join some type of support, people that are similar to you, or even just like talking to your friends and family about it. Like, what do we imagine? This is the Aquarian energy. What do we imagine for ourselves? Whether that's in this relationship or a new relationship, it's kind of like, okay, I don't have the rules anymore, but I don't know what to do with that, right? And it's kind of like having these conversations. What do we want to make the rules? Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, you have either a new relationship coming in the second quarter, or the relationship that you're in, okay, and you want to stay in. All of a sudden, you have like this new energy to it, right? The King and Queen of Wands, don't forget that, right? And you're kind of like, okay, well, but we don't want to go back to just working super hard, right? We want to enjoy this expansive new energy. But what does that mean? It may actually mean that for some of you, you know, you want to go on separate vacations. Maybe one of you likes cold weather and the other one likes warm weather. I honestly feel, I've had this in the readings for months now, that relationships in general are going to start changing. We're going to find new ways for a relationship to meet the needs of the people in the relationship, not to meet the needs of society's rules, right? That's kind of different. I don't know exactly what that means, but I've been getting that message that we're all creating our own rules for what a relationship, the rules that will work for us, right? The two people, you know, coming together. Yes, and then this is exactly what brings you the success, the acknowledgement. Now, this is in the business. If you think, you know, this is your business world or your career world, I feel like for some of you, you are partnering up with other people or a business partner that is in tune with you, of wanting to do things in a new way, right? And talking that out. What does that look like? Maybe meeting with a business coach or something. What does that mean? We want to do things in a new way. Innovative. Aquarian energy is very innovative, right? And it will bring you a lot of success. It's worth looking into. When you hit this third quarter, it's really worth looking into. Who can help you? Okay? Who can help you? Who, if nothing else, finding somebody that can ask you the questions that help you to go deeper. about what it is that you want to create, what you want your relationship or your business or your career to look like, your life. For some of you, it could be a whole lifestyle change. All right, so let's go to the fourth quarter. And Taurus, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. I actually even have a 2024, a personal 2024, where I go into each of the 12 months. So if this is resonating with you, you may want to check that out. All right, so let's see what we have in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I think you are having this energy of feeling like you have been duped. You haven't been duped. Okay, it's just the energy of Capricorn. Okay, a feeling like you have to have rules, but once again, you're recognizing the rules don't work. As a society, we're recognizing those rules don't work. We have to come up with some new rules or allow people to write their own rules, whatever that might mean, right? Because this allows you to be the Phoenix rising, to really kind of step into, because you had the Empress energy at the beginning, to really shine your Empress light, okay? To create the world that you are really wanting to create. I think the year starts off where you're wanting to create the world that you want, okay? But you're not really sure how to do it because you're trying to take your dream world and have it fit into this Capricorn energy of societal rules or family rules or whatever. Now you're allowing your true Empress energy to come out and to be who you really and truly want to be, allowing yourself to have this second rebirth. Beautiful energy. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of interesting because you have the Hierophant there you are, right? And you have the Knight of Swords. I really feel like for so many of you, you have been going through life being determined to follow the rules, right? To believing that you have the right rules, that this is going to help you to have the success that you're wanting. But now you're recognizing, no, I have to go in that. It's not about the rules. It's about what my heart desires, right? It's not about making other people happy because I'm following the rules they want me to follow. This is about me going within and saying, what do I want for myself? And then creating some structure for yourself about how you can go towards that without, of course, hurting other people. I think what you're recognizing is that you have held yourself back, right? That the rules that you thought were going to find you success really were betraying you of what your heart truly desires. This is a beautiful reading. I mean, honestly, Taurus, this is a total transformative year for you. This is an 8 year, right? So, 2024, 2 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. You're coming into that inner strength of understanding that you have a strength within you in order to create the world that you really want. Instead of trying to design the world that you want according to the rules of your family or society, you are understanding, no, I can create those rules. I can create that structure. I can believe in myself and the universe, the divine. I can create what it is that I really and truly want for myself. What a beautiful message. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. How can I be more flexible right now? Yeah, I think there is something about you are extremely perhaps feeling this energy of, being attached to a certain expectation or mindset, a set of rules or beliefs that you have held for a very long time. It's time to allow yourself to be a little bit more flexible. We can't go from being really strict, following strict guidelines, to being totally free, overnight. Okay, we are going to have to allow ourselves to kind of move in that direction, have a little bit of flexibility. What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. And that is exactly where you are going to be at the end of this year. You're trusting in yourself, trusting in the universe, allowing yourself to let go of the control so that you can truly enjoy the life that your heart desires. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Taurus, what a beautiful message. I wish you a very happy, loving, healthy, joyful new year. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.